and welcome back to my channel. So I thought of a bit of an idea and it'll make life easier for myself. I'm going to start weekly a WIP of the week. Now I might upload this on a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Sunday, whatever takes my fancy, and I'm going to upload whatever book that I'm working on. Now I've pulled these two out because I need to do a background in one, so I'll do that. I'm just going to do a splash of watercolour. Where is it? It's this one. I've messed up the skin. I terribly messed up the skin with alcohol markers, but let's not talk about that. There's not really much I can do to fix it. The only thing I need to do is shade a little bit of the necklace, which I will do now, and then do the background. And then I want to do a little bit more on this page from the Mystic Art Mirrors, Galaxy Girls and Zodiac Signs. No, oh, I didn't say the name of that one. It's a Christine Karen one, the new one, the World and Times. I love this one. Clearly there's 3 pages that I've done this month. But last month I was going through all my Mystic Art Mirrors. I think it was last month or the month before, and I was showing you all my pages, and I realised I'd only done one in this one, which was that, and I felt awful. So I'm being better and colouring in the books that I have and that I've not touched, because obviously I've done a page in this, but that I want to work more in. It's been signed as well, this one. So I did this one. And the only thing that I need to do is do a bit of shading on the skin with a bit of something else, I'm not quite sure yet, on the horns. It's crinkled ever so slightly, this, but when I've finished it I will put it between either some weights. I'll pinch some of my husband's weights or just some heavy books. So we'll work on, pop that there for now. We'll work on this one first. I've just got my Prismacolors open here, so it's easier for me to just use these. Now, I've had workmen on my street, well technically on my street, all flipping morning, so I've been putting it off and putting it off, but I can't put it off for any longer. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to move you up a bit. I'm giving my nails a break as well from any acrylics. I've still got acrylics stuck to them, and I've started biting my nails again with stress, which is fun. So yeah, I apologise for the ugly nails. But just a little bit of shade on this, nothing over the top. I might actually put a light on. It's decent weather today. It's not raining, which is a first, and it's not too cold. And today's the first day that Isabel's gone back to school. Now, if you didn't know, I have started vlogging. Me, my husband, my son and my daughter. I think there's 3 sort of vlogging videos up that I've already put up, but one with all the family that I did over the weekend. And yet I know, guys, that it was long. It was like 1 hour and 16 minutes, but it was over like 2 days. If I did just like a daily vlog, it'd probably be about half an hour, 25 minutes, but because it was over the weekend and the Sunday night, I think it was the Sunday night that we did that paint pouring. It'll all be in that video anyway. I recorded longer than I would have usually have done. I say usually have done, like I'm a pro, like I've been doing it for years. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing that, and I was really impressed with myself that I plucked up the courage to actually film out of the house and in public in the range. So if you've not watched that, I'll leave a little card somewhere around here if you're interested. But like I said, I really enjoyed doing it. And I think my family did as well. I know my daughter liked it. Every time I put the camera on her, she was smiling her head off. So she must have done. So yeah, today's consisted of me catching up on sleep this morning and still feeling the COVID symptoms, unfortunately. But along with having 3-4 sleepless nights with cough from Isabel. So I tried to catch up a little bit this morning. But that's enough of the pencil work. I don't want to do much. And then I've come down and basically just filmed all morning. So the last hour I'm going to be running around the house like a headless chicken, doing all the tidying up. Now, I think I'm going to use, I've not used these in a while, the Pretty Excellent paints. I do like these, I do really like these actually. And these are the swatches, even though it's terribly disgusting and I need to redo all my swatches. Again, I've been saying that for the longest time, but I'm putting it off because I despise it with a passion. I hate swatching. Alright, so we need my cloth, we need the water bottle, my brushes are there, my water's there. I'm not going to use any masking tape because I'll quickly show you. Where's the page? I'm just going to do this sort of effect. like a splash effect. Really easy, and it's not going to soak like through to the next page. But I have put one of the plastic sheets that I use on every single colouring page, and I usually have, I'm pretty sure I have in every single video now, even in vlogs, I forgot to take them out, a link for them in the description, because I do get a couple of people asking. So I don't know whether I should stick with the warm tones and go like with yellows and oranges and reds, which I'm leaning more towards. I was going to do like blues, but I think that'll clash way too much, so I'm going to go with the yellows, reds and oranges, and maybe a bit of black as well. So I've just spread some water on them, just give them a little minute to activate. I did wake up with a sore throat, but I think it's, you know, in the morning when you wake up, and it's always worse. It's always worse in the morning because it's not felt too bad throughout the day. And I got a new brush yesterday. I got the Princeton Neptune number 2 because I got it in a pack. The Princeton Neptune oval brush, half. Where's the rest of them? I got a number 4. These are where I keep all my really nice. That one was in it. I'm sure there was one more. I could have sworn there was one more. Am I missing one? Oh no, there is. Right, so these are the ones that I got in the pack for, I think, £34. What size is that one? Number 12. And I love these brushes. Love the brushes. Now, I've had one of my... I've made a lot of friends in the last month or so. I've made so many friends on Instagram. So there's so many sweet people out there that you have in common with that you don't even realise. Somebody called James on Instagram, and he was talking about the silver brush, I think they're called. Silver watercolour brush, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I went onto Amazon and looked at them. I don't know why I'm digressing. So they come in a pack, and I got like separately yesterday because I wanted a smaller one. That was the reason I was showing you all these. Anyway, so I went on to whatchamacallit, Amazon. Words. I went onto Amazon, and I was flabbergasted at some of the prices. Like £100 for 4 or 5 of them. Like, oh my god. £20 for one brush, £50 for one brush. I think they're completely out of my league, especially at the minute when I'm trying to save pennies. As you would have noticed, I've not bought loads for the channel because I've just been trying to save money. I mean, this cost me £7. And what else have I been buying? I sent my you know, your orders page, I sent it to one of my friends, and it basically consisted of In the Night Garden DVDs that I managed to get second hand for £2.50 or something like that, something cheap each. Right, so this, so let's take some of the colour and mix what I want. Yeah, so I managed to get them dead cheap for Isabel for her room. I had to order some medicine, some calc off. What else did I get? That brush, and then a new case for me iPad, because it comes with a keyboard, which I didn't even know they existed. Thanks, Cora. I didn't even know they existed. And to be fair, replying to the comments on videos has made my life so much easier having that thing, because before it was either sitting there with the laptop, with a big laptop in front of you, and having to go through the comments that way, and I like adding like smiley faces and stuff to my comments. I know it might be childish, but that's what I like to do. But it just makes it so much easier on the iPad. So yeah, I had fun yesterday. I just sat there, and it was like having a little mini mini laptop in front of me. It was like having a new toy, even though I've had that iPad. It's Isabel's. I've had that, oh gosh, 5 or 6 years. It must be longer than that. It's a 2016 or 17. 6th generation. I can't remember now, but it's old anyway. Put it that way. It's old. So I'm just splashing this anywhere and everywhere, not worrying about it. The only thing that I'm worrying about is the edge. I just want to keep the edge just blended so it blends into the white. I don't want a stark line there, if you get me. But you see how pigmented these paints are, and I think these cost me about £14, something like that. Oh, and in other news, I was speaking to my mum on FaceTime. What day we're Thursday today. I was speaking to her Tuesday, She rang up to see how Isabel was, and she says, I watched this programme the other night called Watercolor Challenge. I said, no, don't tell me anything. I said, I've had that on record for over a week now and I've not been able to watch it because she's been ill, and then night time I sit here and do this. She said, anyway, so I've ordered some watercolours off Amazon. I said, Mum, I said, why didn't you tell me? I said, I've got stuff that you could have either borrowed or had or tried, you know, whatever. But let's see, when she gets it, it might be a different tune. She might not be as keen, but she was, oh yeah, it's dead interesting, it's dead good, isn't it, the way that you can do different things. And there's no one else apart from my niece who does just like kiddie art that likes art. I've managed to get my husband, I don't want to say into it, but if I ask him to do something with me, he will do, without much of a battle anyway. So yeah, it's nice to have somebody else in the family that's interested in that. But we'll see, I give it a couple of weeks before she's saying, no, I've had enough, I've not got them anymore, I give them away. Or she might completely shock me and come round to my house and show me all the masterpieces that she's done, which that's what I'm hoping happens. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We're meant to be going out for a meal on Saturday. It's been booked for 2 weeks now to the Indian, because my son loves Indian food. And Isabel, she's not too keen on it. She'll sit there and eat poppadoms and more or less chuck them on the floor, which then I spent the rest of the night apologising to the staff. I'm going to add a little bit of red to that now, just make it a little bit darker. I don't want it perfect, that's not the idea of this. I want it to look really like messy. That's the idea. And I did sort of like, not splashes, I'll show you. Yeah, so we're meant to be going there on Saturday. It's within walking distance from our house, so we can just walk there as long as it's not too cold. But we've been on and on about it all week because obviously she's been ill. So we'll see. I think we'll just probably leave it until Friday and see how she is, because she's gone to school today, and if you ask me, she's more or less back to normal. But that child knows how to play other people. So the school rang me up this morning just to double check her medication, double check that they were giving it her right and whatnot. And they said when we're putting her on the floor, she's coughing loads. So well, she's not doing that at home, and she's not doing that when she's in bed. So she's playing one of you there. So we'll see what sort of day that she has later on. When she gets home, I'll read a diary. I think I've got my mother-in-law coming round to see her as well later on. And I'm being really lazy and just doing basically a kiddie's tea. We're having hot dogs. Danny will probably have chilli on his. But yeah, I've just not been in the mood to do much cooking and whatnot. And he's quite happy with that. What did I have last night for my tea? Oh, it was the night before. I had cheese on toast with tomatoes. I lazy. I had it when she went to bed. But I just couldn't be bothered. Right, so let's load this up with a bit of red, and I'm going to need something to protect it. So what shall I use? I'm going to be lazy and use the back of this. So I just want to protect her face here. I'm going to load the brush up, use another brush and just tap. But I do want to cover this up. I love this surface that I've got as well, you know, this on the background, because it wipes off clean. It's so easy to clean. I was constantly buying them mouse mats, and I still don't mind them actually. I do really like them. I like the feeling of when you're leaning on them. But every time you wanted to clean them properly, you had to put them through the washing machine. It was just irritating me. So I've put this back down again, and I forgot how much I like it. I think just a bit of yellow, and then that'll be done, and we can move on to the Mystic Art Mirrors page. That should be alright. Let's load it up with a bit more water. Not that much. I've got to be careful doing this though, because it ends up all up my wall, and it's a dining room. So yeah, it ends up all at the back there, so we have to use baby wipes to get it off. But I think I'm happy with that page. Let's have a little nosy Ta-da! As my husband would say. I should have took that tag off. Never mind. But that's just an easy background. Just leave that to dry now. Don't mess with it. Easy peasy. So let's move on to the Mystic Art mirrors. So I just had a teeny tiny break though, just to have a drink and a smoke of a cigarette. Anyway, look at this post on Facebook. I love Facebook for this sort of thing. When I finish watching Harry Potter marathon and I have to go back to Muggle life and all the lights are annoying there. How funny. How funny. Right, so the Mystic Art mirrors. Oh, I have done one more in this. I tell a lie, was that from last month? That was from last month, and I've got the lamp in the way, Debbie. Anyway, you should see the state of my dining table. Let me just turn around and tell you what's on there. So we've got my luminance pencils with another current WIP. Let me just show you. With plastic sheets everywhere. So this is another one that I'm working on. I've been all over the place this month. I really have. So that's a Mario Labu deck. I've got a book that I'm planning for my next video, which I probably won't have a chance to film today, but I'm hoping that I will. I've got one WIP. I've got that WIP that's just drying, the Christine Karen one. I've got a pile of colouring boots that I want to finish in 2022 that I need to put away. But I'm going to put them away in a separate pile. So it makes me more motivated to colour them. That's my idea anyway. That's how my brain works. If it's out on show, that might make me want to do it a little bit more. So for the horns, I'm going to add my very favourite. I told you it's not going to be tutorialist. It's not going to be an in-depth thing. It's just me sitting here in the afternoon doing what I do and talking to you guys. See all these bits as well I might possibly go over with gel pen. But just adding some dots with this pen, and it's the Sakura Glaze. Now I'll do a few more and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's dry, because it's like it dries really shiny. I love this. I found this I was watching one of Kate's Colouring Havens videos, and ever since I got hooked on using this pen. I love it. It's one of the best gel pens. I wish that they did this formula with this pen, like specifically this ball that's in the pen, with glitter, but I don't think they do. I think they do souffle ones, which I've not tried yet. But I've got that amount of gel pens here and over there a pot. I don't want to buy anymore. I want to use what I've got. I am slowly but surely running out of room in my, I don't want to call it art studio because it's definitely not that, dining room, the place that I do my art. I'm currently storing some Prismacolor under Isabel's bed that I bought really cheap actually, second hand, but they're not touched, brand new, perfect, and I just love opening them every now and again and having a smell. There was somebody, oh it was Jen, Jen from Reading with Pugs, I'm sure it was Jen, who was having a good old laugh, like people love the smell of roses or fresh bread or I don't know, fresh cut grass, and then there's people like us who like the smell of new pencils, alcohol markers, new paints, that sort of thing. Is that just me? I don't think it's just me, I think it's a lot of us. There was someone that I saw a long time ago who liked the smell of Crayola. Who was that? The Crayola crayons. Was it Dee Dee? Oh, I can't remember now. It was a long time ago. A long time ago. But it's a good feeling this, sitting here and getting some of these WIPs done and being able to film at the same time, sort of two birds with one stone. By the way as well, if you've got to this point in the video and you're not subscribed, please do. I'm trying my best to grow my channel even more so this year, even more so. I'm putting more time and effort and energy and money into it, money depending. I try to, the YouTube, the AdSense money goes back into the channel, whether it's for equipment or supplies or boots or even things like buying new, what's this called, vinyl, like things like that, anything to do with the channel, it does go back in, you know. So please do consider subscribing if you're not. I'm currently sat here and my paint pouring video that I did with my husband, I uploaded it and it was ready to go up yesterday, but then I noticed I'd fast forwarded one part and I didn't mute it, and we sounded like Daleks. We sounded so strange. So then I had to go back to delete that off YouTube, re-edit, re-export, and now it's currently re-uploading, which is a pain in the bum. But it's one of them things, sometimes that does happen. Sometimes, and I know I'm not the only one. If you're a creator and you're watching this, let me know if this has happened to you. But you've been sat there thinking that you're recording, talking to yourself. You really are talking to yourself because you're not recording anything. And then you go back to look at the footage and there's absolutely nothing there and you're halfway through a page. I have done that more times than I'd like to admit. But because it really could affect this pen, I love it. I've got quite a few backups of it now. Really, really nice. But my only other job that I've got to do is I need to go through my tops, like my jumpers and stuff, where we live. We get like charity bags through the door, so any clothes that, you know, don't fit you, or if you don't want them anymore, you just pop them in the bag and you leave them outside your door the next day and they come and pick them up for you, which is handy dandy, especially for someone like me that doesn't drive. So I've got a pile of Isabel's clothes. All of her school pants are going because I've changed the nighty leggings because she was coming back home and I was changing a napper and getting her changed into a comfier clothes, and I noticed around the strip of her stomach it was really red and it looked raw and really sore, and finally worked out. Yeah, it took me a while, but it was the pants. I don't know if the school wasn't putting them correctly on her in the right place, or because of the wheelchair it was pushing them in. I'm not 100% sure. I really don't want to blame anyone. It was probably just one of them things. It was one of them things. But that school knows what to do more than I do. So I've changed her over to comfy leggings that again I got off Amazon. I got them for a bargain deal as well. So she went to school this morning in them. Actually, I took a picture of her this morning. She looked adorable. I've got some pictures as well for thumbnails that I don't want to show you because I don't want you getting a sneaky peek. But where are they? There we go. So that was from this morning. And she's got them on there. I know that you can't really see them, but you can see how skinny her legs are. She's there eating a toast. She's never woken up and been, I mean, she wakes up happy sometimes, but usually more or less it's like she doesn't want to get up. But this morning it was like she realised when she saw that red jumper when I put it on her, it was like she realised, oh, I'm going to school today. I've not been to school in ages because it was like last Friday, so it's almost been a week since she's been to school. And she seemed dead pleased. She was dead happy. But then I made her cry because I had to give my son a telling off for not doing as he's told. And then she gets upset when anybody raises the voice because she just doesn't understand. I think she might think like we're telling her off, I don't know, but I was nowhere near her. I was in the hallway when I was telling my son off, so I don't know. Anyway, so she went on the bus and she was a little bit upset, but school have run me this morning, like I said, and she's fine. She's a normal, laughing, giggly self, which I'm pleased about because that means that she can go to school tomorrow. I desperately needed a break. I love that child. She's a blessing. She really is. But if you know, you love your child so much, but sometimes you just need a break. And I've got no family members that will take her away for me. I've got my mother-in-law that will take her like for a little walk, but she can't look after her on her own because she can't lift her or move her or anything. So there is, you know, there's nobody else. I'm still going to start getting my sister involved a little bit more, I think, though. But she lives far away. She lives far away, which is a pain. So I'll lift that up and show you. It is really cool. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but it's like lifted and they're super shiny. I will find where I bought these because I got them. I can find them. Pull them up the other two now because the drawers are that stuffed and I just need to organise them. Where are they? This is how many backups I bought because it was cheaper to buy them in bulk than it was to buy them separately. but they won't last long, believe me. They won't last long. Shading on the face now, shall we? So for the shading, I think I'm going to use my Brute Fooners. I'm not going to video all of this because I don't want this video to be too long. But I think it's a good idea. WIP of the week. WIP of the week. And I don't think I'm pinching anybody's idea. Please let me know if I am, because I hope I'm not. I'm sure I've not seen anybody's WIP of the week. I know I've seen WIP Wednesday, and Colour with Claire does WIP Wednesday on her Facebook group. I'm sure I've not seen that, because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm stealing off them. I do quite like the colour of that, but that won't go. That might be too mustardy. Mustardy, is that even a word? Oh, we'll just go for it. We'll just go for it and see. I'm just adding it a little bit. Oh, it's not too bad actually. So my tattoo as well, it's nearly healed now. I've gone through the horrible crusty stage, but can you see this half? The shading that he's done there on the face, so it's going to be brought down, and that's what's going to be the whole thing. And I love him, absolutely love him. If I just bring you round, it's all the way up. Someone mentioned about this bit here. You know what? That wasn't too bad actually. It is a bit crusty there. I need to put some cream on that. That bit there wasn't too bad. The worst parts for me around here. Here was, oh gosh, that was painful. Right where the bone is there. The rest of it wasn't too bad. That session that I had last time was probably my best one. My best session that I've had. Is that weird to say? That's probably weird, that, innit? That's the best session that I've had of a tattoo. But yeah, it was the least painful anyway. It was the least painful out of all of them. And I've booked to go in again. It was 4 weeks from then. So it's probably about 2.5 weeks away now, something like that. But I'm hoping that he more or less gets the majority of the shading done next time. And that'll be this tattoo done. And then we can start thinking of what else I want to do. But we'll see. We'll see, because you know everything costs money. Everything costs money. And I used the last one, paying for it with Christmas money, but with the deposit that I paid, that'll pay for half of the next session, I think, because we'll be done. And then it's up to me then if I want to go back and then pay him again a deposit to get more done, which I'm definitely going back to him. Is in walking distance to me. Oh, I've had a couple of people asking whereabouts in the UK that I'm from. I'm close to Manchester. Like if we go to the Trafford Centre, it takes us 30 minutes, so depending on the traffic to get there. So it's not too bad. But obviously I don't want to say exactly what town that I want to live in, because there are some really weird people in the world. I know that's terrible to say, but there is, and you know, you've got to keep your privacy, haven't you? And if I start doing more vlog stuff out of the house, I don't want, like I was doing that the other day. I was videoing the car, and then I had to be mindful what signposts I was videoing, and you know what I mean. I don't know how people do it. I don't. Actually, it was a quite good colour, this. It was a quite nice colour actually to go with this. I've told a couple of my Instagram friends. Like I said, I've made loads of really nice friends on Instagram over the last month. But I think that's because I've not been a lazy bum. I have not been lazy, and I've actually been on Instagram quite a lot. I think that was due to when I had COVID. I was on Instagram every day, literally every day. Instagram and YouTube. And ever since then, I've been quite active on it actually. Like posting to my stories, posting on the, is it called a grid? See, I'm still a little bit new to it, and I'm trying to learn about the reposting and the links and whatnot. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it actually. So a little bit on the lip and a little bit under the lip. They're really nice, these pencils, for budget friendly. They're really nice. And I don't know when this video will be up, but I think I'm going to be live streaming on Sunday. It's 7 PM UK time. I'm hoping it all goes ahead. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident everything's going to be okay. I need to double check my live stream equipment, but I shouldn't see a problem. I think more than words, it's going to be more of a problem me remembering how to do it, because it's been a little while and I do this all the time. I finish streaming and then I say to my husband, who's sat on the other side of the room, I really enjoyed that, and he says, well, why don't you do it more often? I definitely will, and then I don't, and then it takes for somebody else to ask me before I do again. So I'm terrible for it, aren't I? Sticking to what I say that I'm going to do and I don't do it. That's not too bad, is it? But I think that's all I'm going to do on camera, because like I said, I don't want this video to be 1,000,001 minutes long. I want it to be nice and easy for me to edit. So that was my WIP of the week. Like I said, please do subscribe if you're new and give me a big fat thumbs up. I can't speak English today, what's going on? I will see you in my next one. Bye.